Hey everybody at Pittsburgh Soccer Now, this is Zach Weiss. Been with you all year, and these two gentlemen have been with you all year as well. On my left side is Nate Dragisich, and on the right side is Coach Chase Brooks. Gentlemen, you're preparing for a third season. Just what are the emotions right now as you prepare for it?
I think, from a coaching point of view, it's just about staying focused and making sure that we remember what's gotten us here and continuing to drive home our principles and who we are as a program and kind of staying focused on the job at hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an exciting year so far, and we as a team know that we haven't proved anything yet, and we have a lot to prove. So we're focused on making that goal become a reality.
The previous week going into LaSalle, obviously there was a disappointment that was contagious, not just because of what was lost, but because the other team was hungrier than you. To have maybe a similar outcome happen on Saturday, and how do you make sure those two efforts don't become contagious now that it's go time?
Well, for me, I think it's a case of two completely different moments as well. LaSalle absolutely had to win in order to get in. It was senior night, alumni night. They had a lot of momentum on their side with that, and we knew we had second wrapped up. And I think that is part of the maturation process for us as a program. How do we continue to move forward so that results like that still go our way in the future? But at the same time, as you said, this is a new season, and our goal from the beginning of the season has been to compete for and win the A10 championship. And we're in a very good spot to help us continue to move forward towards that goal.
Yeah, so as he said, playoffs are a new season, and I think we experienced that last season fully when no one expected us to do what we did last season. And so we know that once playoffs start, you have to regain focus and just do whatever you can to get wins. So I think we're ready to do that.
You guys are so focused on the present, and understandably so, but do you as a coach and do you as a player or leader on this team kind of at least look at what you all have been able to accomplish this season and say, yes, this is great, but it's going to help us push for more?
I think that's exactly it, right? It is great what we've been able to do this year, but it's not our goal. Our goal was to win the A10 title, and that's been our goal from day one, stepping on this campus, pretty much from the last day of last season. So again, we understand what the goal is, we understand what the mission is, and we just got to continue to move forward.
Yeah, again, it was our goal before the season started to win the A10 tournament. So I think this season has been a good stepping stone to just to learn and keep doing what we can to get to that goal, and we've put ourselves in a very good spot. So
From a matchup perspective, I'm sure you were all watching ESPN Plus on Pins and Needles on Saturday. When you realized that you'd already done a lot of the homework from a scouting perspective and you had just seen 90 minutes of what your opponent was going to do, and the other way around too, just how does that help maybe have that edge on your shoulders given that they beat you, but also just refine the things that you know because it's instant feedback?
Yeah, I think that coming off of a game where we knew we weren't quite at our best and we saw the best of our opponent, I think it provides us a little bit of that emphasis to just continue to prove ourselves. And I think nobody outside of our program would have looked at us as the number 2 seed coming in this year. And I think for us just to continue to prove who we are and do what we do is really the main emphasis going into this weekend. And coming off of a game where we knew we weren't at our best, I think just provides that little extra oomph that we're going to need. So
yeah, it gives us a good opportunity to get revenge. I know all of the guys want to put in a better effort than we did on Saturday, and I know that we can do that, and everybody is fired up for the weekend.
Chase, when you say not at the best, is that across the board? Is that just mentally, tactically, striking wise? Just what do you mean by that?
Well, I think it goes back to us continuing to mature, continuing to grow as a program, and understanding that we're already the number 2 seed. We knew that going into that game, but can we learn from those moments, and can we still bring out our principles and be who we are, no matter whether the game means something or not, quote unquote. I think that's where we've got to continue to grow as a program, and again, you saw the performance on Saturday night, and there were certain guys that were absolutely at the level and continued to drive forward, and there were certain guys that maybe weren't quite there, and that's okay. That's part of the process for this group, and it's a great learning moment for all of us, even the coaching staff as well, and we just continue to move forward.
Drago, from your perspective, you've heard Chase consistently mention the maturity piece. Just how do you think that dynamic has gone with Linus being inserted and kind of being substituted out, and now this kind of firm lineup in place playing together as an 11?
Yeah, it's definitely been a focus point. There's a lot of different starting 11s and a lot of different substitutions that have been occurring throughout the year, and I think that just gives everybody, I guess, a chance to prove their worth to the team, and so I think that's just a big factor in our success this season as well. We've had a lot of success with the subs coming on and doing their part, helping us get results that we need.
How is it also for you, just obviously you were expected to be a goal scorer last year, that ability to have that more rounded game? Obviously the assists have been plentiful for you this season. Just what it's been like settling in that role and just having the ability to maybe see a little bit more field than you did in past seasons?
Yeah, it's just game by game. I just want to do what I can to do whatever I can to get a win, and if it's just being more all around, not getting as many goals. It is what it is. I'm not really worried about it. I just want to get the most wins we can as a team, and just for the team.
Chase, as you move on to Saturday, just what do you think the focus level is at? And obviously at this point it's not optional. You have to be all in. You have to be committed for the 90, or hopefully not, but potentially beyond.
Yeah, I think the focus is at a pretty high level right now. I'm excited for this group. I think it's been a great group. As Dragisich said, there's a lot of guys who've gotten minutes this year. We've been able to rely on a lot of different people to come in and help us get results, and I think it just makes us stronger this time of year. We're probably healthier than most teams. We're as fit, if not fitter, than most teams. And the belief factor in who we are and what we do well, I think, is at an extremely high point as well. So I think the everything is there. The pieces are in place. We know what we're capable of doing here at this field, and now it's about coming out and hopefully in front of a really great crowd on Saturday night, showcasing who we are and showcasing what this season and what this program means to all of us.
You mentioned the home field advantage. It's been a minute since you've dropped one here, although I'm sure there's been a couple results where maybe it felt like that. But to officially not drop one and to have this be a true home advantage, which you've seen all the teams here, the parents have been very vocal, just how nice, we've discussed it so much, but how nice is it to have the home game, which has been a goal, with the understanding of what the expectation is there?
I think it's nice. We love playing on this field. It's like we said, the home field advantages have been absolutely fantastic. The fans have been great all season long, and so I think it's about continuing to carry that momentum into the postseason. And by no means does it guarantee anything. We know we have to come out and do the work. We know we have to do our jobs. But I think that when you're at home, you're in a routine. You've got everything. It just flows, and you understand the confines and how tight the walls are, and the fans being right on top of you. We understand that. We've been there. We've played in it numerous times. We've coached in front of with the parents right behind our backs. I think it's just a great place. It's just a great environment, and so we're excited about Saturday for that reason.
Yeah, we as a team know that it's definitely an advantage not having to go on a travel trip or just being at home in front of our friends and family, but we know that we still have a lot to prove, and no one's going to come in here and just let us get a win. So we know we have to give everything we have, even if we are at home.
When you describe the advantage, Chase, how do you explain it to the guys coming in? And on your part, Drago, just how much does it maybe take to adjust to understanding that everything's on top of you, knowing where the outlines are in practice, et cetera, et cetera?
I think from a recruiting standpoint, I think you can feel it once you walk onto this field. Showing recruits around, showing freshmen around when they get on campus for the first time. You just kind of feel it. You see it. You understand that. Again, as you're walking, the lines are so close to the walls. You just feel it. There's not much really needs to be said. And then I think really the emphasis comes down to the guys in the locker room and their energy when they step on this field, their energy when they step out for games, their energy when they step into the locker room for everything. So I think for me, that's what it comes down to. I think it is something that is a learned behavior, but a lot of it really does come down to the environment that these guys have helped create in the locker room and the accountability within our system and how we do things.
Yeah, when new freshmen come in or new transfers come in, it's we've been really lucky the past couple of years that the new guys have been very able to learn and just to be good people and get along well with the guys that have been here. And it's just they've done a good job of making it an easy process for us seniors and upperclassmen to just put them under our wing and be ready to learn and grow.
How is this a better team than Saturday at this point?
Take that one.
Yeah, I think we just have a chip on our shoulder now. Now that we on Saturday didn't play as well as we wanted to, didn't get the result we wanted. And now it's a new season, so I think we're going to be playing with a chip on our shoulder and not wanting to lose, and just doing whatever we can to get a win and to achieve our goals that we set at the beginning of the season.